Yo, I just started editing this video and I totally spaced mentioning I have a brand new loop kit coming out next week. It's gonna be 20 loops for $10, so as soon as that drops, the link for that will be down below, or my next video will probably be the real announcement about it, but just thought I would throw that in there. Enjoy today's video. Peace. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is your boy Haba, Nick, or Haba, and I'm bringing you a brand new video here today. And before we get into it, thank you to all of you out there that are subscribed to me. We just hit 300 subscribers. Huge milestone. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope to continue to bring creative and cool and dope content your guys' way. So stay tuned for that, because I've got a lot planned in the future, and yeah, it should be really dope. With that said, that's really my only announcement. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe. We're on our way to 800 trillion subscribers, and that's all I've got. We're just gonna hop straight into this one. All right, so I've got my instrument pulled up here. It is the LA Custom C7 Grand Piano. Shouldn't be a surprise if you've been around here for a while. I'm just gonna start making a melody. I have an idea of where I want to go with this, but I don't want to spoil it. So we're just gonna cook something up. Alright, so I've got these chords here, and I actually made this pattern exactly how I wanted it, like right off rip, which is really dope. I'm drawing inspiration from a Lil Durk song, so if you know it, comment it. But if you don't, then go figure it out. But yeah, so I've got my chords here, and it's a pretty basic pattern, like the beginning part here, the dun dun dun. But then on the second half, it's the reverse of that, but it's slowed down. And I noticed I picked that out of the song, I think it's 248 today, and I just really liked how it sounded. So I decided to try it out for myself, so that's what we're rolling with. So actually the song is called Viral Moment. I just revisited it really quick, and I'm actually gonna turn this into an 8-bar thing. Alright, so I actually turned it into an 8-bar pattern. I'm not exactly copying the melody because everything else is going to be different. I just really liked this chord pattern, so I'm just drawing, inspiration, and I'm going to give it my own twist. And yeah, so now that we have it, here's what it sounds like. Alright, so now I'm just going to start working on an upper melody. I also dropped my bottom notes here, and I strummized this by pressing Alt-S. That brings up the strummizer, and these are the settings I almost always go with if you want to copy them. But yeah, so that's that. Now I'm going to start on an upper melody. Also, we are in the B minor scale at 160 BPM. Alright, so I have a change of heart. I actually think this piano is very full on its own. And I don't want to add a piano top line on it, so I'm going to look for a different instrument to add over the top. Okay, so I just laid down a little pattern with this mallet from Analog Lab, and we're just going to see if I like it. Alright, so I like this mallet melody. If you're curious, this is the Kalim box from Analog Lab. This is the pattern I went with. Super simple, but I think it gets the job done. So now I'm just gonna look for other things I can add, like maybe more texture type things and that sort of stuff. Okay, so I found this flute lick out of TB Digital Crate. I think volume 2, and I'm just gonna add some effects to it so you can hear it here. It's already on the note B, which is the key we're in. So now I'm just gonna do my thing. You know, some EQ, we're gonna reverb the hell out of it. And I'm also gonna throw a slight pan man on it just because I think it'll fit well. Because I don't want this to be like a super noticeable sound. So I'm just gonna go like this for my pan man settings. And then I'm also gonna throw a Fruity Love filter on this, tuck it in the back. So I think that sounds really dope. I'm just gonna keep looking for little things to add in. So I'm also gonna add in this texture here, and I just gotta pitch it down once so it's in the note B. Yeah, I really like that. Ooh, and on the second half, I might pitch it up an octave. We're gonna see how that sounds. Nope. I don't like it pitched up an octave. But I am gonna come in here, I'm gonna not do what I did originally and pitch it. And so on this second one, it'll be on the note that my chord's hitting. I'm gonna add some reverb to this. I really like the vibe that's bringing. I think that sounds super sick. Yeah. So Lil Durk also uses a lot of sub basses in his songs. So I'm gonna go to my go-to sub bass. I'm gonna grab a Growler Moog bass. Y'all probably already knew that was coming. And now I'm just gonna follow my root notes because I remember them. It's like this, and then it's like this, this, this. My hair's getting in my eyes, man! But I think that sounds really good. So I'm just gonna mix this out, and this is gonna be our melody, at least for now, unless I wanna swap it up, you know? Because that's what the best thing about music, you can change what you're going for at any point. I'm just gonna turn down this melody a little bit. And I'm gonna add a little bit of effects to the piano as well. Like, I'm gonna add halftime. No, I'm not, because that sounded horrible. I'm gonna add, let's see here. I'm gonna add an RC20 if I could find it. There it is. And I'm just gonna go to Loop Master by my buddy Harvey, because I like the way it sounds. I'm just gonna EQ this mallet a little bit. Just take out a little bit of the highs there. So now I'm just gonna split by pattern this thing, so I have all the different elements here. And I'm gonna make a new pattern, and this pattern's gonna be my drums. So let's get to it. So I first grabbed a clap, and now I'm grabbing this south side hi-hat. So I was thinking of going with a rim, but I actually like the clap more. So I'm gonna go with the rim instead of a snare, because I think that sounds really good. So now I'm gonna do my 808. So I'm gonna go with the spins, because I have an idea for my kick. Do cut itself. That was loud. So now I'm just going to follow my root notes, so I don't get roasted on Twitter for having out of key 808s. All right, so I've got this 808 pattern that I'm really vibing with. So I'm gonna let you guys hear it now. And I really like this part of the end I did here. It's all I did to do that is I threw my magnet on 1/3 beat, and then if you just, you know, I hit this line, and then I skip a line, and then I hit this one. And then what I did was I highlighted these and I just held right click, and this will keep them all in a good ratio. You know, YB better ratio type deal, something like that. Read it on Twitter one day. But that's what I did, and then I just duplicated it over and dropped it down an octave for the second half because I really like the vibe it gives. But with that said, I'm gonna throw a kick in the mix now, and I have an idea for type of pattern, but we'll see. All right, so I got my kick pattern here. I'll let you guys hear it. I think I'm gonna swap my kick up, maybe grab the Wheezy kick. So I grabbed an open hat. I'm actually grabbing two different open hats. One's gonna hit on the 1 and the 5. The other one's hitting in that other spot. Now I'm gonna go mess with my hi-hat and just see where I can find spots that I think it'll sound good. Just gonna do that for a hi-hat, simple pattern. But now that I have all this, I'm just gonna mix out all my sounds and then lay out this beat. All right, so I got it all mixed out, and now I'm just gonna split by channel my drum pattern, throw it all on the playlist here, duplicate it over a bunch of times, and now I'm going to lay it out. All right, so I just noticed a part going into my bridge here. I'm gonna let you guys hear this, and then I'll explain what I'm hearing if you don't pick it up. So do you hear that muddiness as the 808's cutting off and the sub bass is starting? So if you run into this problem because when you set up your 808, you do like I do, and I just do cut self because it's quicker. If you go in here and you adjust the envelope and you take down everything except the hold you move all the way up. And then if you go to your 808 pattern and you press Control L, that's gonna lengthen all your notes to touch each other. And as long as you just make sure this final note cuts off at the end of your bar, that'll fix that problem. So now let's listen to it. See, no more muddiness because the 808 is stopping as soon as this ends. So then the sub bass can take its place and your mix sounds nice. All right, so I got this beat all laid out here. So I'm gonna play it and explain as I go. So for the beginning here, I just have our piano chords and the guitar texture. And then for our intro, I bring in every instrument of the melody and the sub bass. And then it's gonna drop into the first state of our hook, and I keep the sub bass and just bring in the kick instead of the 808. But still, all our melody elements are here. And then for the second 8 of the hook, I bring in the 808, and I added this little cut here by pressing C to bring up the cut tool and holding shift and right click, and this will just cut off the shorter side of whatever you're cutting. So like if I was, cutting here, that side's shorter than this side, so it'll cut that off. That's just a quick little tip for you guys, but I did that to signal that, oh, there's gonna be a change here, and that change is the sub bass is leaving and the 808's coming. So for the second 8 of the hook, everything in this beat is here except my sub bass. I really like to stack hooks because it makes the verse that much more open and gives the artist so much power to do whatever they want. But yeah, so you'll hear that now, and so I don't have to pause next time. I did that cut thing right here as well to signal that we're going into the verse. I totally forgot I was supposed to be explaining stuff there, but for the verse, I just cut out all the instruments of the melody except the mallet and the chords. And I added this slight little gap in here because I like it. I think it's cool. And then on the second half, I do just the piano chords. And all I did here was just a random cut in the hi-hat because I really like that little break there. And then as I showed you before, this is gonna cut out into the bridge. And for the bridge, it's everything except the mallet. I decided to give the listener a bit of a rest from the mallet, and then it's gonna jump right back into our hook. And it's just same thing over and over. And now that I'm thinking about it, I totally forgot my tag here. So let me just add that in. I do this all the damn time. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this beat, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, let me know what you liked, let me know what you didn't like, let me know what you want to see from me in the future. And this has been your boy, Nick, Haba, or Nahaba. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'm out. Peace.